heard of brand targeting advertising or brand marketing, where your objective is to get into potential customers' heads, instilling a notion or an idea about what you do. The wider you reach, the better an advertising campaign. Now, performance advertising, on the other hand, the objective is to solve a specific problem for the consumer. Google AdWords is your perfect example. We've touched on this throughout this course already, but Google AdWords is as specific as it gets. People's keywords represent specific problems. Your ads should be written to let consumers know that you have a direct hit when it comes to solving their problem. They click through, and if your sales page is built out to prove to the consumer that your solution will solve their problem and it's designed well, the chances are they will buy. The better you are at doing that, the more chance there is of them buying. Now, where the unbridled potential of Facebook lies is in the ability to do brand and performance marketing or advertising together, where your objective changes from being able to build a large fan base through brand marketing, and then you're able to convert this fan base or filter this fan base into segments of prospects who have similar problems to which you can target performance advertising. The information we have about users in Facebook is unparalleled. Firstly, there's the declared information, the information that a user will give us in their informations page. Then we have their social engagement with other users. We can tell a lot about people by how they engage with other users socially, and through shared content, books, movies, hobbies, videos, images. And then we have status updates where users are continually updating their statuses, telling people who know, like and trust them what they are doing now. And then we have the relationships. If we know all of this about individual users, then we can tell a lot about people through the other users they are friends with. And if you drill that down further, going back to our monkey sphere video, where only 5 to 10% of users are in reciprocal two-way relationships, it becomes even more targeted. Because if you can look at somebody's social graph and ascertain who their reciprocal relationships are with, then you've got yourself a pretty tight overview of a prospect. And then we have real-time information. What have users done today? Now, if that's not impressive enough, we can target through radius and language. Unbelievable opportunities for local advertisers. We can target people who live within a certain radius of specific cities, regions, or countries. We can target people by their age, sex, education, and even keywords that they're using in their updates. And then we have content targeting. We can actually target our advertising as tightly as putting ads in front of specific fans of pages, users of particular applications, members of your own groups, attendees of certain events that we're hosting. You can even filter by people who are connected to one application but not another. You can upsell to applications from pages. You can pre-sell fans through targeted notifications followed by ads. And then you can do special offer advertising to people who may be a fan of a page, a particular page, or people who may be a fan of a particular group. Then we have time scheduling, when you can actually place ads in front of people at specific times, start and end dates down to 5-minute increments. You can reach consumers at the most effective time for the consumption of a product or service for a particular demographic you're targeting. An example of this would be running a last-minute ad for tickets to an event 30 minutes before the doors close. And you can do specials for restaurants, for example, where eateries who have spare tables could advertise to people in the local area specials to fill their last 3 or 4 tables. In terms of what we can do now with Facebook advertising is nothing compared to what I think we are going to be able to do into the future, into the very near future. Here's how I think it's going to go. Local subsidies. Both Google and Facebook have become very expensive through small businesses having to compete with multinationals. I expect there to be subsidies for local advertisers to become part of both models. I'll show you when setting up ads in Facebook how you can filter regionally. I think the cost per click is going to diminish incrementally with the size of the target audience in particular regions or cities. I think that Facebook are going to come up with a deeper pricing plan. Facebook have far greater capabilities for a deeper pricing model for ads to particular content within their domain than what Google does. For example, cost per action or cost per sale advertising. So rather than paying a price per visit or a price per click, I believe we are going to be able to pay Facebook a price per sale. So we can place ads, we can bid for a price per sale, especially if advertising and selling using the Facebook payment platform. So, for example, I could put tickets to an event up for sale using their event application and their payment processing application. I could target my advertising to people in a particular fan page. I could limit my advertising to people who attend a particular event. And I could sell tickets off that particular event, paying Facebook X number of dollars per ticket. Now, if I know my ticket price is $100 and I bid 30%, $30 to pay Facebook, then I can pump as many ads through those filters as it takes in order to get my sales paying only for the sale, which is like having an affiliate with 300 million people on their list. And then I think that we're going to see innovations like viral commenting advertisements, where ads are built with the intention of starting conversations that your fans or any users for that matter can comment on, and each comment spreads virally through the commenters' news feeds. And then I believe that we're going to see some kind of AdSense style revenue share for social influencers. So people in Facebook who have influence, who can start conversations, lead conversations and influence people to act, will share in the revenue with Facebook if they get conversations going on behalf of advertisers. I believe that Twitter will eventually monetize its utility with a similar concept with retweets, because these platforms are part of the solution. The other element are the influencers. An advertiser who's prepared to pay money to get their message out because they don't have social influence will pay money to the corporation that owns the platform, but they can't get the advertisement spread across the community. Platforms like Facebook and Twitter, they need the influencers to distribute the message for the advertisers. So just like page owners in the Google AdWords model, Google will give the page owner a share in the revenue. Well, if you're an influencer in Twitter or Facebook, expect to share in the revenue for any ads that you are helping syndicate across their platform. And I'm going to show you some evidence of it already happening. And I think we can also expect branded virtual gifts in conjunction with Facebook's virtual currency. You can already see it happening with fans visiting branded Facebook pages that offer branded virtual gift, like Mars. If you go to the Mars fan page, fans are able to hand out virtual Mars bars that come with 10 Facebook credits. So as a fan distributes these virtual gifts on behalf of Mars, the recipient who opens them or accepts the gifts, they get 10 credit points, which is a Facebook gift certificate or the equivalent of. So the brand distributes their branded gifts through hand-to-hand media, giving it to their first tier fan base to hand on to their second, third, fourth, and wrapped up in those virtual gifts are credits that recipients can use to in turn purchase virtual gift advertising for them to give out to their friends. Now, as Facebook get more and more people receiving these points and spending these points by experimenting with virtual gift advertising, once the consumers that are using these points to pay for virtual gift advertising start to experience benefit in that advertising and start to see some results, they're going to be hooked. And obviously what's going to happen when they run out of virtual credit points, they're going to have to start to pay cash for these virtual gift advertisements in order to continue to enjoy the benefits that they've learnt are there through having the credits that they received because somebody gave them a branded gift that contained credit points.